I was born because a man came to kill my father. If he hadn't showed up with a gun in his pocket and bad thoughts in his head, I wouldn't exist, much less have a story to tell. This tragic footnote to my conception left me feeling as if I had three parents: a father, a mother, and a murderer.
We have this family legend or this myth surrounding this event of this man coming to kill your father, but the specifics are kind of hazy. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. I'm curious to know really what happened that day.
I don't think anybody who's alive today knows exactly what happened. My father, your grandfather, came to Yale at the beginning of the Second World War, and he was a psychometrician, a wizard with statistics and numbers. And he was from a very kind of rural, poor background. So at Yale, he was the fish out of water, and he had this perfect little family. And he did have a student who was unhappy. He treated. The core event that is true is one day my parents are planting tulips. The whole family was in the yard. A stranger appeared. My mother was about to say, "Are you lost? Are you okay?" My father looked at her and said, "Don't look up and don't say a word." And the stranger walked down the road, and a few hours later, gunshots rang out, and he'd murdered another doctor, a psychiatrist, who was also connected with his case. And, of course, no one wanted to talk about it. It was a scandal. This eminent psychiatrist is murdered. A killer who's a former student at Yale walks through the streets of Hamden, the little village where all the professors live. And it was really the precursor to all those, student killings, Columbine, all that stuff, that kind of young adult rage that has swept the country. And everyone was very, very secretive. No one wanted to talk about this. It was that sense of mystery that you're talking about that always prevailed in the family, that haunted us, that made me write a novel as opposed to a memoir.
I think this is the house here.
Because, certainly my parents were very, very secretive. Their life changed abruptly after this thwarted effort to murder my father and the family. Once your parents die, you can't ask any more questions. The book's closed. And growing up, for all of us, what our parents tell us, what our siblings, what our brothers and sisters share and whisper at night, yeah, that shapes us. That has impact on us. But what really defines us is what we don't know. Because no one, every person in the world, no one knows what their parents whisper to each other at night. No one knows what their parents are really upset about. And so we're defined by the blanks in us, by the unknowns. And I wanted to write a book about that. I wanted to write a book about what we don't know and the effort to understand it. Moments that shaped us, but we weren't present at.